On, turn it around. What happens when you're the MMJ? Okay.
The MMJ.
Yeah, multimedia journalist. That's where you
do
edit. Yeah, I'm everything. I'm the town mayor.
Nice.
And the whole shot. Well, you know what? I like this a little. There you go.
You're your own boss.
That is true. Well, I work for, Trevor Thompson for Fox Sports Detroit?
No.
Okay, well, they're the local guys that cover all the Tigers and the Red Wings and all that kind of stuff. Well, with me is Robert Smith, analyst at Fox. And I'll tell you, this year at the Big Ten race, what do you see as the big theme in the 2018 season?
Wow. What is the big theme? I guess, can anybody catch Ohio State? And there are certainly some teams in the East that are going to have a chance to
You know something about Ohio State.
I know a little something about Ohio State, but I also know about the Big Ten East and, the strongest division, I think, in all of college football. And I think, Michigan is primed with the roster that they have right now with all the starters back on defense, what they have with Shea Patterson coming in. They're primed to make a run at it. We know Penn State with Trace McSorley coming back. They're going to be good. Michigan State, of course, having most of their team back. Those four at the top of the Big Ten East, I think whoever comes out of the Big Ten East is going to win the Big Ten this year.
Now, taking a look specifically about Michigan, we know they have the strong defense. Shea Patterson, if he lives up to the hype, he's going to knock those defenses back so that Michigan can actually run the football and spring some big holes. Is that something that you see as well?
Yeah, I think that's something that's really been missing from Michigan here. You look over the last couple of years, and any time they're playing a Penn State, an Ohio State, Michigan State, one of the top tier defenses, and they're averaging less than 3 yards a carry. And part of that certainly has been some of the issues that they've had at the quarterback position. Like you just said, you can stack up the box and not be worried about guys getting up over the top of you. Get safeties into the mix to insert an 8th or 9th man into a front to slow that run game down. So they're definitely complementary. You can't just look at a team's run statistics and say they can't run the football. You really have to look at how the entire offense operates.
Ohio State, Urban Meyer, he never restocks. He just reloads and just keeps it humming. What are we going to see from Ohio State this year?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously, we saw what Dwayne Haskins was able to do at the end of the year against Michigan. Coming into that game, obviously a high-pressure environment in a rivalry game like that, and looked tremendous. I think the best thing that he has going for him is, you've got two excellent running backs in Dobbins and Webster. So having those guys in there certainly makes it easier for a young quarterback coming in.
Finally, Michigan State. Mark D'Antonio always gets the medium chippers, and he coaches them up a bit every year. He does get some of the studs too, but what's the forecast for Michigan State this year?
You look at what they were able to do last year. I think, especially coming off the season, I believe it was 3-9 the year before. Did a tremendous job, and I think that he kind of, it was the classic addition by subtraction. Kind of got rid of some of the guys out of the program that he felt weren't Spartan-esque, the types of players that they needed.
They weren't a chip off the Sparty block.
Exactly. So got a lot of those guys back this year. 18 or 19 starters back. Lewerke, he's a tremendous quarterback and a dual threat guy. So they've got the pieces in place again to make a run at it. Like I said, those top four in the Big Ten East, they look as solid as many teams around the country.
Finally, you knew Coach Tony Sparano, and you were at Minnesota, and you being around the NFL. What was it like with Tony Sparano?
Well, I'd never played under him, but I had an opportunity to meet him and seen all the things from the guys that spent so much time with him, and it's just a terrible loss, and it seems like a tragic loss because it seems as if he had seen a doctor last week for the same thing. It seems ended up taking his life, and that's just a sad situation. But a guy that the players truly respected, the classic players coach, and he's going to be dearly missed. And my thoughts go out to his family and all of the Viking community. It's a tough loss.
Okay, for Robert Smith, Thank you very much. Good luck on Fox. I can hardly wait to hear your call on the games. I'm sure that you're going to teach me a thing or two about football.
I can't wait till it starts.
All right, a few weeks. Thanks. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Robert. Thanks for talking about.